Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to focus on recognizing what does opponent plan to do, what does opponent threat, and paying attention to the purpose of the opponent's move. Because this is a very common problem among chess players. And just for the start, let me quote a very famous Chinese strategist, Sun Tzu. Once he said, "If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need no fear for the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will be succumbed in every battle." So the conclusion is that you really need to pay attention to that what your opponent is doing. Of course, also you need to know what you're doing, right? But so you don't need to fear 100 battles. But before we'll go there, just short announcement. If you want to make better blunder check, so if you want to learn the whole process, check my workbook, Stop Making Blunders, available at stopmakingblunders.matbopula.com. You can get it there completely for free. Okay, I have got opponent from India. Okay, let's start with my classical move, the d4. Okay, I'm gonna play Queen's Gambit. Now, okay, opponent plays e6, so this is Queen's Gambit declined. I usually play the Catalan, but today let's play main lines of the Queen's Gambit. So now usually black responds with knight to f6, and I can play bishop g5. Right now there are several different options that black can play. Knight bd7, this is it can be, this is the way it starts the orthodox variation. Of course, I cannot capture that pawn because this is a famous an elephant trap, and I'm gonna lose a piece. Knight takes d5, takes, and bishop b4, and I end up being down a piece. So I will just continue a standard way. And opponent can still make couple different options. I think c6 is the move, bishop e7, bishop b4. I think some people even play c5. So still a lot of options is on the board. Okay, opponent plays the standard orthodox way so far. I play e3. Okay, later, in case opponent castles, I want to play rook to c1. I don't want to move that bishop because I know that a very common idea is that I move the bishop, opponent will take it, and I'm gonna lose a tempo. This is the reason why I'm not gonna move that piece. And now you can see clearly my opponent is planning to go b5. I move my bishop back, bishop b7 and c5, and black has got an initiative. So if I see that opponent is trying to capture that pawn, I will play something useful. a3, I'm just blocking any b4 in the future. Okay, opponent plays b6. This is not the best move, but okay, I think I can just continue with queen to c2 or what? Let's play queen to c2. This is kind of like the Tartakover variation, but with a6, which is a little bit weird. Okay, bishop goes there. Let's maybe play bishop to e2 or bishop d3. Because now, should I be afraid that opponent will take it if I develop that bishop? I take it back. Opponent captures f3, I take it with the pawn. I'm not afraid that much. I know that my king cannot castle anymore. I mean, king can castle, but castle is a little bit destroyed. But I'm not afraid that much because I know that I will get a bishop pair, and I can also get a very strong attack on the g file. Okay, I always capture like this. Opponent cannot capture back with the knight because h7 was hanging. And now I think I will just simply castle. Okay, so, and this is basically the beginning of the middle game. I have to came up with an idea. What can I do? What can I play this position? After h6, okay, opponent plays, of course, a safe move. I think I will just move my bishop back. I could also go to this place, but there was knight h5. So what to do right now? After rook c8, I have got potential bishop f5. Maybe by playing rook e8, my opponent is trying to play knight to e4. This is when I play the Tartakover with black, this is my favorite idea. So this is maybe what my opponent is trying to do. But I think I will just bring another rook into the center. After knight e4, okay, pawn goes to c4, so I have to move my bishop. Let's play bishop f5. Because of course opponent is trying to get the bishop, bishop goes to the f5. Okay. What opponent is trying to do? Should I be afraid of any trap like this? Because maybe opponent wants to play g6. I go back, opponent wants to play g5, I go back and opponent wants to play g4. So maybe my opponent is trying to do some kind of tactics like this. So maybe to prevent any complications connected to this, I will move my knight. And now I don't need to be afraid anymore because there is no knight, so there is no fork. And of course after g4 my knight controls here and bishop controls here, so yeah. Okay, so most likely my opponent now wants to attack on the queen side. This is why opponent has got that pawn chain here. So what can I do? I mean, I can go f4 and I can set up that famous Pillsbury ring. What are my other options? How can I create any threats? Because center is kind of blocked. I wish I can go here, but I'm afraid it doesn't give me that much in this position. So what to do? How to react against it? Should I maybe attack on the... I don't want to play this move also because e3 pawn becomes quite weak. So what would be a safe move for me? I can move my queen, but where that queen is going? Here? Is there any purpose? So maybe e4. Can I put pressure over that weak pawn at the d5? My knight is attacking that. Can I bring more pieces into the attack? Okay, I think I will just focus on improving my position. I don't think that opponent threats something directly, so I will just move my bishop back. Bishop still controls the diagonal. Also, I can bring my queen to the f5. Opponent cannot go a5 because you can see that that pawn at the b5 is hanging. Okay, opponent plays knight e4. I mentioned that move earlier. And now if I think I would start, probably queen takes. I will take pawn takes. I have got the strong pass pawn. But my knight is also a little bit misplaced. So should I be afraid of it or not? If I capture here, opponent can take it back, but opponent can also capture my bishop. So takes, bishop takes my bishop. I think I will just take it here first. And now the question is, capture at e4 or not to capture? Because my knight might be trapped. But take a look, if I capture, I have to calculate. And if I play something like b3, trying to undermine that pawn, opponent plays probably f6, knight g4, probably h5. And that looks quite dangerous. Okay, so I think I don't want to capture that knight. I told you how powerful that move is earlier. Okay, I think I will just simply move my bishop back. Now I think what my opponent wanted to do is wanted to encourage me to move the f-pawn, so opponent can play f6 and later attack that pawn. Of course, right now my bishop is under attack. So what to play? Okay, I will just move my bishop with that idea. But I have to admit I'm not very happy with my position. In the Catalan, I have got definitely a more clear plan to play. Okay, now I think I don't have I have got a choice because my opponent is trying to get the knight. I think the best thing I can do is to exchange it. My queen protects g6. There are some players like me that you're not sure what to do, exchange pieces. I don't mind playing endgames, so should I exchange even more? Okay, let's exchange. And now maybe I can play bishop to f3, trying to attack somehow. I see there is a tactical motive here, but opponent will just simply stop me g6. So maybe I will leave it just for the future. And now, according to the principle, if position is more blocked, it's a good idea to keep knights. So first idea is here, but I'm a little bit afraid that okay, opponent has got that bishop. I mean, I can always capture with the knight, and opponent has got a lot of pawns on the light squares, which is also which is good for me, of course, because I have got the light square bishop. But the question is, what would be more useful here? You know what? Let's play here. Let's capture with the bishop. Let's just trust the principle. Okay, now later my idea might be to go like this. I think I will try this one. I know that that pawn, that was potentially a very strong pawn here at the d4. I just moved it because I want to double rooks behind it. I want to put some pressure over the e4 pawn. That's my plan. f5, okay? So probably I will go here. I can try to undermine also that pawn later by playing g4. Let's play h3. Okay, so opponent is not afraid. Probably opponent is not afraid because I will end up with having pawn on the light square. No, but actually I think I can do that. I'm undermining pawn at the e4. Okay, opponent goes there. I think I can take it. Probably opponent will take it back with the king, and e4 pawn is safe, at least for the moment. I think I will just bring my king closer. I can also maneuver my knight, but then pawn at the d5 is gonna collapse. Okay, I bring my king. It's attacked 3 times, protected 3 times. Okay, opponent wants to most likely go there. Let's play h4. I want to move my pawn into the dark square, so it cannot be attacked by the bishop. I don't want opponent to play the h4 move. In case opponent captures, of course, I will capture with a king. Also, I have got an interesting idea, a4, trying to undermine another pawn on the other side. Okay, I will take it. Trying to undermine that pawn, but of course I need to be aware that after b4, opponent is removing the defender. Okay, the question is, can I take or not? I'm a little bit afraid of my king's safety, but you know what? It looks too dangerous. Now I can use that pawn as a shield for the moment. So I will take advantage of the fact that that pawn is not attacked anymore with 3 times, and I will maneuver my knight on the other side. I will give up that idea of undermining that pawn. Yes, but you see, I should have realized after rook g6 that opponent wants to trap my king, because now you can see my king is trapped and there is even a checkmate threat. So I have to admit, okay, after rook g6, I should just move my king back, just move my king away. Because now, no, it's not gonna be a checkmate, but it's gonna be some kind of discovery, so it doesn't look that good. So my options are, I can take it here with the knight. King goes somewhere, I go to the f4. Doesn't give me that much. Another option that I see is to move my pawn forward, but then bishop goes to d7 probably. Or after check king here. Is there any scary discovered attack? Or maybe I can take it like this. Yeah, maybe I will take it with my knight. And now after this move I play d6. But if after this move king will go here, maybe I will just go back. I will just go back and my rook protects here. But you see, this is one moment. Okay, I think I have to go back. This is the one moment that I stopped thinking what is my opponent trying to do. And you can see that I had got some serious problems. Of course, at least for the moment, I survived that attack. But definitely I should think before every move, what does my opponent plan to do? Especially if my king is quite exposed. I wish I can push that pawn forward. I mean, okay, so what? I will push it forward. Okay, is what my opponent is planning to do. Maybe opponent is planning to move the rook here. So I think a good answer for such a plan might be to double rooks here. And at the same time, my rook is free to go, so I can move it later. I can also move it to, okay, so if opponent is trying to do this, I play here. You see, I spent a second thinking what opponent is trying to do, and I stopped the threat. At least for the moment. Again, maybe rook f7, rook g4, I take rook takes here. And is there any discovery that I need to be afraid of? Rook g7. Is that scary or not? Opponent is trying to use that pawn majority right now. Okay, I have got, my time is not fantastic at the moment. Should I go there? Does it give me something? No, because there is still rook g4. If I go here, okay, you know what, I will play here. I'm not 100% sure does it work, but I think I see a variation that here, rook takes, king goes to h3. After rook f4, rook takes d7. And after rook g7, instead of rook f4, I have got knight to f5. And I think I'm good. Okay, let's see, was I right or not? Here I take. In case rook goes there, I go here with the knight. Is there, because my rook is attacking, and now knight f5, the missing idea. In case bishop captures, I take back with the rook. In case king goes somewhere, I will take a rook with a check and later take the bishop. So opponent has got no choice. Opponent has to take it. So I take it back. Now you can see I'm also attacking those two pawns. And I can also keep a possibility to push my e-pawn forward. Yeah, I don't want to, my d6 pawn is for me more important. So yeah, let's go here. I think I do not mind that opponent will exchange rooks. I have got 3 very strong pass pawns that I want to use. Okay, now let's activate my king because this is the end game. So I have got pass pawns that I'm using. My rook is pretty active. In case opponent moves the rook, I will push it forward. And I also have got my king. That also can be used in the attack, and later I will maneuver it like this and play e5. That's my plan. 57 seconds should be enough. Okay, opponent is hoping that I set up some kind of pre-moves, but of course this is, just last try. Also now there is a new idea on the board. Okay, now I think I can push that pawn forward. I just need to pay attention to the stalemate, but I don't think there is a stalemate in this position. I think I can just even set up pre-moves to push that pawn forward. I will play c6 and I will play rook to d1, and now I can just move my pawn forward. Okay, and now I will just try to checkmate. I know that opponent can hide behind the a-pawn, but if I'm not wrong, this is not gonna help my opponent much, because I can set up a pre-move and I win the game. Hope you enjoy, and hope you will follow the advice of a famous Sun Tzu. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please click thumb up, leave the comment, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and do not forget to get your free copy of a workbook at stopmakingblunders.mattbobula.com. Thank you very much, and hope to see you next time. Bye.